You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in. Today's a big day. I'm starting my diet today. I got like 4 pounds I need to lose. Why today? Oh, because yesterday was Halloween and Thanksgiving's coming up. So this is the window of opportunity to lose those 4 pounds. So I have a conversation with you today about connecting with others via communication. It happened I was in a sauna this morning and I was stuck in the middle of a conversation. I didn't start, but I had to kind of get out of it because it was kind of getting sweaty and icky in there. And heated, too, in many ways. So I'll share with you an idea today you can use every single day to communicate better and connect with others better. It's going to be awesome. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. Positive boost you need every single day. Life begins when you move, then it gets in the way. We fix it. We stand up. We take a step. We repeat. How long, Scott? Hey, Scott, how long do you keep repeating? I just started today. How long do I have to go? Who the hell cares? You go until you get what you want, right? Don't stop. And as we talked about yesterday, if you got what you wanted and it wasn't vibing with you, then I'd change my mind. That's what you do. Don't get stuck someplace. So if you have anything that you're trying to go after, get up and go for it. Just keep going until you get it. And if you get there and it's like, well, that's not what I thought it was, no worries. Good experience. Chalk it up. Now you know better next time. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. We have had a lot of people come in new lately. Welcome to the rodeo. We do things a little bit differently around here. We treat life like it should be treated, like a big bouncy house with all of us in there bouncing around on each other and bumping into each other and figuring out how to make it work so we can have fun. The motivation bouncy house. Look at life in a real way using Scott Logic, which is my version of common sense. I'm thinking about offering certifications in that because it seems to work fairly well, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Real fast. Mentioned yesterday that I was considering not continuing the YouTube channel, and I'm still floating around. I haven't done it yet. Now, I'm going to do something with it, but I don't think this podcast should be on that channel. And the feedback you have given me has pretty well reaffirmed that. Pretty well reaffirmed it. So we'll probably stay in the audio version, push it real hard. I've got some other plans for the YouTube version. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm still kind of thinking about this. One thing I can tell you for sure, if you're ever wondering when you listen to me, does Scott do what he talks about? Well, not only do I do what I say I'm going to do, when I finally catch myself, come on, we all do that, right? Right? It's a trigger thing. You find yourself in something, you catch it, you go, wait a second. But here's something that I really do and I think will help you. Years and years ago when I first got married, I was getting married. We were dating. And my wife, Joy, had a friend. I won't say her name, but she was a lot of fun to be around. They had been single together. They were a year of singleton. They were wingmen, wing women, right? They got out a lot. Well, when I came into the picture, it was like, oh, hey, got a man. Here I am. And I would go out with them together and we would have a good time. But I noticed something about this friend. The friend was a little wild. You get her out there and let her get some liquor in her. Let the music get blasting, and you could guarantee at some point during the night it was going to get crazy. Yeah, dancing on tables, all kinds of stuff, but fights and vulgarity and cussing and I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not. I mean, I'm not a prude either. I can deal with just about anything. It's okay, but I can also walk away, and I certainly don't choose to hang out with that. I was uncomfortable with it. Went home, I talked to Joy, and I said, Joy, I'm uncomfortable with this. But she's my friend. I said, I know, but I got a problem. See, I don't live that way. But the most important thing is, that's not what I teach people to do, to put up with that stuff. And I can't be here and be in that situation that's not good for me or anybody else around me. In good conscience and still do my job. And so we redid the relationship, which meant it went away. Bits and spurts, but it went away. And you feel bad about it, but at the same time, you got to walk your talk. You got to live your values, right? Okay, let's bonus content right there. Double podcast altogether. Plus, I talk twice as fast as anybody else. It's like a quadruple podcast of stuff. If it's your first time, God help you. So let's talk about how to connect with others. I was in the sauna this morning. And if you've ever been to a sauna at like an LA Fitness, where I go in Port Orange, Florida here, and if you're the guy's sauna, one thing you just have to learn when you go in the sauna is just expect anything. Stuff happens. It's weird. And you keep your spacing and you be cool. But sometimes the conversations happen. It happened this morning and it got political. It got political fast. And I don't play the political game. I like to have conversation. I like to find out what people are thinking, see where they are. And if they don't match my values, that's cool. No worries. I'm still going to do my thing. That's what I do. But I was in the middle of this thing. This guy was getting heated and upset. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because I got to figure out how to deal with this stuff. Of course, that was what I was thinking, because that's what we all think. What am I going to do here? So I don't want to stand up and smack him and, be a man or anything like that. That could have happened in the sauna because I'm hot and sweaty after all, right? But the truth is, I thought, wait a second, you just do this all the time, Scott. You know how to do this. Just because you're half naked in a sauna with this guy doesn't mean you got to get mad, right? What do I do? Well, the first thing is, I understand it for the moment. He owned the sauna. See, anything in the world you currently want right now is owned or controlled by somebody else. Now, he didn't technically own it, but he certainly darn well controlled it. The big guy, older guy, was wearing the grumpy patch, By the way, just so you know, when I turned 60, I made a decision. You get grumpy Scott or you get happy Scott. You just let me know which one you want. I'm happy to oblige either way. But he was grumpy, definitely, and he was holding court, and he didn't agree with anybody in there, and I didn't say he didn't know where I stood, but he had control of the sauna. And because I didn't want him flinging sweat on me, I figured, well, let's do something about this. So I just recognized something. If you want somebody's help, you get their attention. And it comes into three things in this order. He was talking about not liking the state we live in. He came from another state, politically very, very different place. And I'm thinking, well, you don't here, living in the free state of Florida. But anyway, that's just me. We understand, what problem are they having? No, it may not relate to you at all. His problem may not relate to me and probably did not relate to me at all, but it was standing squarely in my face, right? And in life, as we want to get what we want, we need to move it in the direction we want things to go, and at least to have a nice, cool, fun day with no friction in it. It doesn't matter if whatever he was feeling or thinking, whatever he was believing mattered to me. It didn't matter at all. If you can help, you will need to get their attention. So I said, hey, how long have you been here? Why do you feel this way? I mean, is there something we could do to change? I mean, I know I just kind of curious. Oh, he didn't know. Then I thought, okay, what's my solution? How can I fix it? When can you fix it? I mean, when you're close, when you see the excitement in their eyes, I knew that was going on. I said, well, wait a second. What's your name? Got his name. How long you been here? Told me how long. You married? Yep. Retired? Yep. Double cool? Triple cool? Awesome. Did you like it here? What's your favorite thing about being here? Oh, he starts telling me all the stuff about always being here. So I came here because it's much quieter. It's much more relaxed. It's tropical Florida, right? And you can see him start to talk a little bit. I said, well, maybe I can show you around. I mean, we're happy to help you. I mean, you've been here a while, but we can help you around a little bit, because that was kind of my offer. What do they need that might help them to prove that the folks that were in this sauna, what does he need to know that he doesn't currently know? What is he thinking that's maybe a false belief? Can I break that false belief and teach him something and kind of get inside him a little bit and have some conversation? What help does he need? And that was it. I basically said that. I said, okay, I knew he was having a problem, had to figure out what that was. I knew my solution was kind of get a conversation going, but I didn't know exactly how I could fix it. So when I figured out, I said, well, maybe we can help. Now, ultimately, he said, well, I don't need you to show me around. But maybe we get the gym, we can have another conversation. I said, And it begins. So just remember, if somebody's in a spot, and everybody's in a spot, everybody's in a mood at some point in time, they're just, even if they're not paying attention to you, you got to figure out what's going on inside. You got to figure out what you can do to help, how you can fix it. And you got to figure out, hey, if I'm going to step into your world, what am I going to offer when I get in there? Make it so they go, yeah, this is kind of cool. And then shut your mouth. It's just like in his case, he came around wanting to have a conversation with me. I'm going to have to listen back to this today, because ultimately I didn't write a note about that at all. I told it right from these amazingly fast-talking lips that I have, spewing pure Scott logic all over you with one simple mission, that no matter what happens today, you can be the person you want to be, and you can help somebody else be better than they think they can be. You can do things you never thought possible, but more importantly, you can pour the belief into others that they can do things that they never thought possible, because you are on their side. And we stand up, we take a step, we repeat, and we just keep on going until it's time for me to send out my celebration of life notice like 50 years from now. What? He died? What am I going to do? Replays forever. It's awesome. Oh my God, I cracked myself up. All right, so for you new people, try again tomorrow. We might get better. What do you need to feel safe and happy? Basic Personal Development 101, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. That is tomorrow's show.